It's normally stories that come with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is, man. It is the Bottom of the Bottom podcast. This is the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. We're going to fix that shit somehow, some way. We're going to make that shit work. Hump Day Happy Hour, Hump Day Tap In, all of it. We're here to have a good time. It is March 16, 2022. I'm your host, Jay Walker III. That's my co-host, Carolina Dirt 803. What's going on with you?
Shit, you already know what it is. Like I said, it's the happy hour Hump Day Tap In. We're going to put it all together. It is
all
what it is.
Together. Absolutely, man. Look, as always, man, we try to keep the information flowing and entertainment and just have a situation designed for you to learn something, man. We have a multifaceted businessman in the building. He is the head of the low breed conglomerate that is Last of a Dying Breed label. We're going to have a conversation with Monsta Luther the King, man. We're going to bring him on. He got a super dope super dope arrangement for his business, and we're going to get into all of that, man. So welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom.
What's going
Monsta
on?
Luther King.
How you
doing there, brother?
Appreciate you for having me. What's happening?
Anytime.
Y'all know how it is, man. Look, he is Backwood Mark has been on the show a couple of times. Monsta actually made the connection, man, and we just gonna sit here and vibe. Like I said, we're starting to build a relationship with Low Breed, and them boys this setup is crazy. If you read the description of today's show, they got their hands in everything that you might need to move in this industry, man. So again, welcome, man. How you feeling tonight?
Oh man, I'm feeling good, man. You know, blessed, highly favored, won't complain, even if I had something to complain about.
That part, man. I wish more people knew about that, man.
Huh.
Look, we gonna get right into this thing, man. Like, you should be familiar. Don't let this thing throw you off too bad. This is first call. First call is 5 quick questions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Ain't no right or wrong answer. It's
All right.
to let people know a little bit about you without letting them know too much, man.
I got you.
So, my first question: Death Row era or Cash Money era?
Oh man, that's a good one, man. I'm gonna go with Death Row era, man.
Death Row was tough, man.
Yeah,
We hadn't heard nothing like that.
I'm gonna go with
Death Row was tough.
I would say Cash Money was more focused toward. It came from the gutter area, but it really was more focused on mainstream. Death Row was just that, like them boys. Shit, it was what it was.
Okay. My second question is a throwback too. The Dickie guy or the Jabot guy?
Hey man, I've been Dickie since I could walk. I'm still Dickie.
Okay.
My people call me
That's a shout out to my brother Carolina, cause he had them things coordinated, cause he had all kinds of
Dickies. You see me out right now at the event, there's more likely gonna be some Dickies with one of them low breed shirts.
Okay.
Dickies down.
All right. So we riding super fast or we riding super high? Sports cars or big trucks?
Oh man, I was always taught you go too fast, you miss something. So I like to ride slow and big.
Okay, you can see everything.
See it all.
Don't let it take you by surprise. Okay. My fifth question. You sit down, it's 2 empty seats. You can go grab anybody in the history of the world, cuz. What 2 people you want to talk to?
Man, that's a good question. Shit. I wasn't ready for that one.
You know how it go.
Try to keep one of them.
Living or
your choice.
Or more. I would say the 2 people I would grab would be the Most High and my great grandfather.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I heard stories about him, and they say I'm in the likeness of, so he had to be a bad man. And the Most High just like, what made you come up with all of this?
I
I'm
need to
curious
know.
how it worked. You know what I'm saying? All the people here, like celebrity or people who did whatever, and they just like us. So I ain't worried about their walk.
Okay. That's real shit. That was 5 for 5 for me.
All right.
What you got, Carolina?
Yeah. So, I got something fucked up. So,
I'm ready.
you in the woods and you got to fight a bear, or you in the jungle got to fight a lion? Who you going up against? By yourself, no nothing. You ain't got not a damn piece of weaponry on you.
I'm gonna go with that damn line. I'd rather fight that lion than that bear. That lion ain't nothing but a big pussy.
Talk that talk.
Talk that talk.
You feel me?
I seen a lion big as a Jeep the other day.
I did a couple of them too. You throw that piece of meat in front of it, he gonna do what you want him to do. That bear gonna wipe you down.
All right, you got all the technology in the world. You rather live in outer space or underwater?
I'd have heard so much and logic that became illogical so long that I'd be thinking that outer space is underwater. So
about that. Yeah, I ain't never thought about that.
Yeah, so I would say outer space, as above, so below.
All right, so you got all the money in the world. You buy a giraffe or buy a camel?
I'm gonna buy that camel. The camel gonna be more useful.
What the fuck is a giraffe gonna do?
Yeah, the giraffe ain't gonna see how far the desolate land it got when it dried out.
Okay.
He just looking out there. The camel gonna be able to get it right.
Yeah.
Hold the water, cut his ass over to keep it moving.
All right. Number 4. Would you rather have your own gas pipeline or your own electric company?
I would rather have
gas set up.
Gas. I would rather have the gas because the natural resources of the gas and the oils was gonna power that electric.
All right.
That electric company gonna need that gas.
All right. So then give me your top 2 best freestyles you ever heard freestyle. Because they're gonna battle each other. That's why I say top 2. Who you want to see battle?
Who I want to see battle? Oh, I thought you was like top freestyle I ever heard.
I did. I fucked it up the way I said it. Then I
Who would I want to see freestyle against each other?
Against each other.
CeeLo Green against. I take it all the way over to Bun B. Because both of them got content. Both of them, they pop that pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Indeed.
And CeeLo got some cold shit. And Bun B got some cold shit too.
They be forgetting because they get lost in that Gnarls Barkley. They be forgetting.
Yeah.
That was first call. Appreciate that, Monsta.
Appreciate y'all.
So we always try to, get the opinions, man. The shit that go on in the culture with us as a people, man. Ryan Coogler, cuz you seen that shit that happened to him?
Who?
So Ryan Coogler is the producer. He produced the Black Panther movie.
Okay.
The other day, he went to go withdraw some money out of his personal account at the bank.
Right. And they called the police on him. Right here in Atlanta. That was right here in Atlanta. They called the police on him, right?
Yeah. To draw out his money. Put the man in handcuffs and he threw down on him.
And all he did was gave him a note. Because my perspective of that was he gave him a note because he's a good dude, he's scary, and he didn't want nobody to know he had that much money coming to hit him in the head and take it from him.
In Atlanta?
You can't even be a good dude walk the walk. That's messed up.
There's savages around here.
Yeah.
Savages around here.
Yeah.
I thought it was so much. I mean, and it's after the fact now, so hindsight always 20/20. But there's so much shit that they could have done before they put that man in handcuffs. Like drew down on him and put him in handcuffs.
Yeah, like he ain't had a gun or nothing. That's the state of time that we living in right now. It's sad, but it's true. You know, that's what we're living in right now, and they're just trying to get people more and more desensitized and comfortable with nonsense. If we used to it, then we won't make a fuss about it.
But you know, it's crazy because I had a homeboy that went through not something similar, but you know, so he gonna pay the taxes on his vehicle. He got an expensive ass vehicle, so he gonna pay the taxes. So he gonna pay the taxes. The lady he paying it to, she blurred out how much the bill is, how much the payment is. Like he was like, "Hey, whoa! I don't want nobody to know that if I gotta pay this, they know I got this much money."
Right.
And if you going to pay your taxes on it on the vehicle, you got to have the money. You're not going there asking how much it is. You going there with the money on you, either a card or cash. And so she blurted, and this is a 5 close to 6 digit value car. So you know them taxes are high as shit.
Yeah.
And she blurted out. He was just like,
"Come on."
He was telling me like, "Hey, bro, I really didn't want her to say that shit, especially out loud." But people don't be thinking about other people's safety when it comes to shit like that.
So tell me this: do you think that they intentionally call us out like that when we're in those positions? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Try to put us in. You know what I'm saying? In dangerous way to where you.
Why would you have that money unless you are a rapper, an entertainer, you play ball? What else they say? What's the only other way black folks can make money?
Acting illegal.
Or you're a drug dealer, right?
It was illegal.
Well, they did it to what? Black youngster a couple years back. He tried to take 200,000 in Atlanta.
You know that poor little fella. He just never had nothing.
Yeah.
So when he got something, he wanted. You feel me? He didn't know you couldn't go in there and do that. We're not taught that coming up. We taught to be frontline workers. We're not taught about business. We're not taught about the structure of how stuff works. So he was ill prepared.
No, you're right about that. I mean, but then seriously, like what you doing with 200,000? But if you got that money, there's certain things in life that you want to do to say you've done it. And I think he said he was going to buy a car cash or something. He was saying, but in reality, 200,000, bro, somebody Donkey Kong your ass from the time you leave the bank to the time you get to where you go.
Till you wake up, if you wake up. If you wake up. Head while you sleep.
Yeah. And
but again, like I said, bring it back to we weren't real to be aware of that kind of stuff. When you come from nothing, having everything is still nothing. So you don't understand it. The value of it.
Is that a known function of what you're trying to do with Low Breed and the people that you got working with you?
Yo, with the count, I be trying to give the information to my kind. Like I come from a bad spot. It ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? I come from a bad spot, but after so much other nonsense, you get tired of it. So then you wake up, you have an epiphany, so to speak, and it's just like damn, how far can you go with this? So I decided to get the information. You know what I mean? Educate myself a little bit, and so all the youngins that around me and looked at me for guys that I always looked at me for on that side of stuff. I try to give them the right side of stuff. But we the last time, ain't too many of us, like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too many of us that's moving like that. Because a lot of these dudes out here that claim to be off the porch, street guys and stuff like that, they ain't that. They suckers. You know what I'm saying? They sit in the house and peeped out the window while the real one was outside. And when the real ones died or sit down in prison or just don't kill no more, then they came outside and gave these young boys these stories that they watched on movies. You feel me? That's just from my point, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it looked like when you got these kids out here just running in disarray. They run around with no guidance and doing dumb shit. Can we curse?
No code.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, get on.
They're just doing dumb shit. So with them doing dumb shit, it's clearly plain to see that ain't nobody giving them the right information. Because if you really out here off the porch in these blocks and stuff like that, you don't want that kind of attention. So you don't want the youngins to bring that kind of unnecessary attention because you know what you got going on.
Do you think, and this is kind of what you're preaching right now, that it's a lost art, which is artist development. So it sounds like that's what you're preaching. Other than life lessons through the avenue that y'all are going through music, you also trying to do artist development.
Yeah.
Do you believe that it should come back from your personal experience and what you saw through life?
As far as with the music?
With the music, what you saw through life with music, do you think artist development should come back?
Yeah, like I think with the music should reflect what you came from, because you should be talking about something if you didn't live it or do it. Because you got kids that's up under that haven't done nothing yet, and they looking to you for guidance, and they soaking up everything that they see. And that's really why I started doing music, because I got kids, you know what I'm saying? And I hear them listen to these niggas on these radio stuff, and I know that these jokers ain't dead, have that stuff. So I don't want my babies following thinking it's okay to go do it too.
Yeah.
Right.
I stand firm, you know what I'm saying? And I talk it my way so they can understand. Yeah, Dad, I didn't know you was like, yeah, Daddy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right way. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what's up.
Artist development, I would say I want the artists to talk about what they did. If not, just talk about some happy shit or something. You know what I'm saying? If you make you a party song, if you're gonna talk about the street side of stuff, make sure that you really live that. But you can make up a happy party song in a day. You know what I'm saying? Look for real, happy. The song happy. You know, all that song just claps along if you feel me? As versus talking about how they split the block and pop somebody topping up. You ain't did that because ain't no statute of limitation on murder.
Okay.
You feel me?
As you want it. So that's what I'm saying. So you out here and you know one of these youngins, they run up on you and you see that they got real talent, but you also see by the way they move that they still heavy into the bullshit.
I'm at the
how do you maneuver that? What's that conversation?
I'm at the point right now. Well, if it ain't Backwood Mark or Jungle Baby or Slum or Sir Calloway or Fonz or Dula Banks or somebody talking to them, I can't really, you know what I'm saying, sit and focus on a young one that's everywhere, not when it comes to the music. Because with the music is a business, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have your blueprint, your template, and your platform done right on the business side before you can either start building with the music side of stuff. And if your mind everywhere else, then I know your mind ain't on the business side. And I got so many people that I have to sit and look out there and walk with that I don't have time to find like the new ones.
Yeah.
Right now at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I got all the time to sit down and offer a little bit of information to show you how to stand up on 2 legs versus 4, just in the way of we living.
Yeah, walk with me. That's what, and that's the other thing, because right before we hit record, we talked about, you know, my brother said I need to quit saying it. Like, I don't read shit. Do you tell your people like, hey, that's something y'all need?
I don't even,
especially since you say you read a lot. Do you tell your people like, hey, contracts, agreements, whatever, bro, you need to start reading, because these kids ain't reading.
I think we learn. I think we grow together. Me and my camp, we grow together. Like if they see me on something, you know what I'm saying, they'll be inquisitive about it, and I'd be like, yeah, you know, it ain't for everybody, because you know what I'm saying, everybody walk ain't everybody walk. So I don't try to, you know, push the information on nobody. But if you yearn for information, then you know what I'm saying, I be like, yeah, you know, this is how you gonna find it. You know, like Callaway in school right now. You know, he trying to get his degree situated. You know, because he saw me come from, you know, one word about no education. So now my next step is, you know, they're gonna have to call me Dr. Monsta Luther King. You feel me?
That's something to brag about.
Yeah, we
now
brag, we just each one teach one.
Absolutely, man. And it's not to always show or to talk about things in a negative capacity. Like the single going crazy now, the walk with me.
Yeah.
And the way you explained it, you know what I'm saying, is you know, put yourself in my shoes. If you can't put yourself in my shoes, you don't understand.
Right.
I see where there are, you know, things like a Deion Sanders going to a HBCU, man. How did you feel when you saw that kind of happen? Like, did you did you understand how big of a
I'm all for
deal it was?
Yeah, I'm all for that. Like we as a people, we got to start back owning everything anyway. We don't have no power about being in ownership of everything. Like everything that's created with the like consumed with economical situations, like sports. We are the athletes. When it comes to these businesses, we frontline workers who build these businesses. When it comes to everything, we the ones who build and create. So we got to start being in ownership of all this again. And so with Deion Sanders going to a HBCU, and now all the young kids growing up knowing that's prime time, so they want to go where he at, even if just for a moment to be with him, up under him to be coached.
Right.
Now we taking back control because of Ivy League school. We got to be honest. They ain't really looking at us for the information. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at us as a workhorse.
Yeah.
Right.
So with you diversifying, right? And there's other rappers out here that aren't getting money for whatever reason. Whose fault is it that they're not diversifying and getting money from other angles instead of just worrying about the contract money?
I won't say that you're gonna put the blame solely on yourself as an individual. I would say that the information wasn't never put in front of us because all of us are the people we spun, so whatever, we know how to adapt to any environment. But the information was never put in front of us to have the information to know that, hey, this is the way that you go about it, so you can get all of the pennies on your dollars versus getting a penny on a penny. So, but then too, you could try to put information in some artists or some people's face, and they'll run from it like it's poison.
Yep.
So
yeah,
it's like a catch-22 on it.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, it go back to kind of like when you were talking about reading. It go back to have other avenues, do other stuff. Like you can't be talking that street life, and then you're gonna end up back there if this music shit don't work out because you haven't found other talents.
Right.
So with the people around you, do you feel, regardless of what happens, Low Breed is gonna succeed as a symbol of something positive?
Without this music, this camp forever.
Yeah.
We're gonna be around forever without the music, you know what I mean? Because all of them got a hunger for information. All of them wanna provide for their families. All of them wanna grow. All like when we came together, you know what I'm saying? We came together as a collective. We was on the same mind frame. You feel me? So it's just like it's growth. Growth is essential. You know what I mean? So everybody think the same way and feel the same way. So like we can sit around and never create another song.
Yeah.
We're gonna be still trying to make sure that the kids know the right way to move. And if our partners are our homeboys or we fellowship in our village or even in a close circle around our village, that they got the right information to move the right way for what we know. Like, because we don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything in the damn world. I know enough.
Well, y'all said the bricks was really crazy. It's like for you to already know inside like most labels are just record companies. For y'all to have the executive branches of the company, like y'all know y'all need somebody dedicated to marketing. You need somebody dedicated to managing social media. You need somebody to, develop a website. Like, and all of that, like you said, is beyond recording a song.
Yeah.
All those are individual entities that can drive revenue.
Yeah, true. I would break it down further to the way that it was structured, but then I'd be giving away the secret sauce. That's like McDonald's giving Burger King, you know what I'm saying, the secret Big Mac. But yeah, that's why we set it up like that, because it's versus us trying to put out product and go back and forth with all the other artists and be in competition. We offer what the artists need.
Indeed.
So the artists have to come to us regardless. You know what I mean?
What's the first song you wrote? You ever wrote?
Oh man, it was a while. I was young and too. Like I don't know. It was some crazy shit, probably. You know. I probably was talking about all kind of head busting and slanging and all kind of shit.
All right. So what did your pops and them play in the house growing up?
Oh shoot! Well, my daddy, he wasn't active like that. He caught his kite.
Yeah.
Back around later on. But my mama, she used to play all kind of, that Saturday morning soul music.
Yeah.
Like Come On In My Room from the Georgia Mass Choir, stuff like that. Last $2, JT Taylor, stuff like that. Marvin Gaye, Al Green, just a vibe like that. I got the boombox and went on the porch and started listening to the Easy E's, NWA and all that.
Yeah, buddy. He said that Saturday morning cleanup, boy. People don't know about that Saturday morning
cleanup. You gonna wake up, you like, the music.
Hey, you ever had to wash them walls? So we had to wash them walls back in the day, boy.
I made my point to get up early and get on out of there and run down the street.
I'd be right.
You hear that music, you go ahead and throw some shorts on. Just get the whooping later on when the street lights come on.
Indeed. Now, we've seen, let me ask you this. In terms of you putting your business hat on and deciding to do what you're doing, what was the one thing that you were surprised? People love to tell you what you can't do. What was the one thing in building your business on this journey to build a business that was way easier than you thought it would be to do as a part of the process? Whether that's get your LLC, what was one thing that people are concerned with that was not as big of an obstacle as you thought it was going to be?
It's creating the whole entity as a whole. It's all really simple. You just got to sit down and tell yourself what you want to do, and then go and do it. Just educate yourself. It ain't that hard. Like they got books and information, not a computer. The internet will tell you whatever you need. As versus you used to have to go read a couple books. Now you can just Google it. Whatever you want to do, nothing is hard. Like anybody can be a millionaire. I say you just got to do it. We just been so far pre-programmed with being complacent, so we won't do it. Nothing is hard to do. That's why they tell us all this other stuff and put all this other stuff in front of us to keep us entertained, because they know if we knew that it was that easy, we'll all be successful.
How many other groups? How many other groups?
Message.
How many other groups or record labels or whoever that you passed, like that started before you, and they still, like you said, complacent, and you done passed them? I mean, is it a high number?
I ain't gonna speak on it like that.
So them boy wash, man. It's over there.
Everybody to each their own. You know what I mean? Everybody race. Everybody don't run the same race.
Right.
But are those the people that were trying to give you? Are those some of the people that tried to give you knowledge on how to do this, and they didn't even use their own knowledge, or they didn't access knowledge that was available?
Nah, I wouldn't say that either. Like like when I was trying to figure out how to structure this, the people who was passing information we was amongst ourselves. We were sharing what we knew and sharing what we were learning as we went. And that's what you see in front of you today. Like we built this shit together. You know what I'm saying? All of us came together and built this. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't know something back with Mark, probably knew, and he'll put his 2 cents in, or Jungle or know something. Like we just shared information amongst each other, and we start crossing T's, dotting I's, and making the bricks, stick together and start building the foundation. We ain't ask no outside information because, the outside information just outside anyway. If they were supposed to be on the inside, they'd be on the inside.
Yeah, you got a point there. You damn sure got a point there.
When you look at, there's no one way to tell shit. We don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. But in the hypothetical, if you look at Low Breed 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what's one thing that you are wanting to accomplish with your group? That maybe you started or haven't, quite finished yet, but what's the thing that you hope to accomplish over the years?
We're gonna make some noise.
Okay.
Real noise, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna make some noise on every corner of not just the music industry, but every corner of this whole situation here where we at. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make some noise. Like the music is just, the stepping stone.
Right.
Information that we're about to start trying to put inside people's head to open up and understand it. You feel me? Because we missing a lot of information out here, and a lot of the information been tucked away, pages been tore away, and we trying to write it back in. We're gonna do it bigger and faster. They didn't seen it before.
You
I say that being cocky, I'm just saying it, that's what it is.
So are you gonna be on the Master P? We're gonna be a machine. We're gonna pump out music every so often, or you gonna be one of those? We're gonna push out music and let it marinate and let the flavor savor.
Truthfully, all these guys' catalog so extensive now. We could drop a song every day forever.
Yeah.
And it just but the plan right now is to just put enough out so when people catch on to one and realize, oh, that's the product right there, that you got enough sitting back.
Yeah.
Where they start looking for the rest of that's out. And why they catch on to the rest of it, you just spoon feeding a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. Because they got catalogs upon catalogs of music and they recording every day. It's easy to make music when you're not trying to make up anything. Because every day you learn a new story, you see a new story, you figure something new out. So now you got something to talk about when you're being honest in the music. Now you're trying to just say you got a goddamn 2,000 room house and you flipping 1,000 bricks and all. Then you got to sit down and you got to try to get your penmanship right to make it make sense. Because everybody can agree with your truth, because everybody, it's a million people gonna be going through what you're going through at this exact moment, because it's the truth we live in. But a made up fabrication, everybody can't relate to that shit, because they like, what is that? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as long as they make it truth, we got music kicking out every day. So we're gonna pump it as long as people got their ears open to it and accepting and embracing it. We're gonna keep pushing it out.
Yeah, people dissect the lie, they don't dissect the truth.
Right.
The truth is just what it is.
The truth is what it is.
Know when you hear it.
Yeah.
If somebody find a lie inside of something you said, then all your truths ain't nothing. They don't hold no more validity, and it's over.
Then the wolves after you after that. Everybody, like all social media after you after that, and that's the other thing. You don't want social media on your ass as a unity.
Yeah, they get on you, it's a done deal.
It's a done deal after that.
It never stops. It never stops, and they don't forget. And when you think they did, somebody else gonna bring it right back up.
That's right.
Let me ask this: What does today's Monster say to the 18-year-old Monster, and what does 18-year-old Monster say to today's Monster?
Oh man, I tell people all the time, like they call me Tony when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Short for my name, Anthony. So I say they claim to know the Monster, but what they know about Tony. So the little young boy, he had to go through everything to create the man you see. So I would tell the young boy, take your time and focus. And I tell the old me, I got you.
Okay. Okay.
Because the journey gonna end the same, no matter how you look at it. I wouldn't trade it.
Absolutely. I guess that's the thing. Like when you in the streets and you earning your stripes and you growing up in the middle of the shit that you growing up in, is there a moment that made you make the decision that you made? Is there a moment that sent you to school?
Yeah. Most definitely.
Okay.
You always have, I tell my people all the time, I tell my little brothers, I tell my little sisters, I tell my family, I be like, you act out until you see disaster.
Mm-hmm.
A race car driver gonna drive fast as hell until he wreck. He ain't gonna try to keep driving fast. Well, that's real in it. You know what I'm saying? A little youngin in the street, a knucklehead, will talk loud until he see murder or he got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A young boy selling drugs, you gonna think you dope boy Nino until you get caught, and then you make that decision. So when you see disaster, you decide how you want to go. I saw disaster, but I had been living, my life for a long time. Well, it was a certain situation that made me know that I couldn't keep living like that because I got responsibilities that these lives depending on me now. You know what I'm saying? And me
Absolutely.
being in prison, them lives not gonna be able to, I'm not gonna be able to make sure that they're okay. I ain't gonna be able to protect them. The way that I'm out here protecting them, living like this, thinking that this is what it is, then if I'm gone, who gonna protect them then? So I had to slow down and refocus and try to find another lane. Still the animal, but just a little bit of
A thinking man, a skilled predator at
huh.
that point.
Feel me? Yeah.
A skilled predator. You don't hunt everything. You hunt what you want to hunt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Focus in on it, then
On the ass. That's your ass, Mr. Postman.
You know what I'm saying? Like they want to call it trauma now. The things that, some of us have grown up and had to deal with. When was it, or how long ago was it that you was able to be like, to take off that struggle cloak and just be able to live your life knowing what you're trying to do going forward?
You mean, when did I see the moment where I was like, it's time to change the walk?
Or when was it that you got the last bit of muck off you, when you got the last bit of dirt off you and you was
I say
able to move this business forward?
Truthfully, I say all the time, like, I wiped the dirt off, years ago, but I still jump back in the mud. I still get dirty again. So I'm saying, I wipe it off and get clean, and walk. But if necessary, I dive back in that bitch head first.
You feel comfortable.
You got to survive, right?
That's comfort space.
Head first. No questions asked. Won't even think twice.
Okay.
Oh shit. All right. So let's get on this. Let's get on this time capsule. We about to wreck that brain of yours a little bit.
I have.
Okay.
So what you want to hit them with?
Time capsule this week.
No, don't be getting no backup.
No, I'm getting the non-alcoholic Heineken. One of them non-alcoholic Heineken.
Let me get your 5 start to finish. We came up in an era where, like, now it's just songs. Everybody go stream whatever they want to stream. What are your 5 soundtracks to life that you grew up on?
Ooh, 5 soundtracks to life.
Them CDs that you remember where you was, you remember what you was doing, and you was gonna play it till it started skipping.
That
or the tape pop, one of the two.
That Above the Rim.
That soundtrack go crazy. Everybody, a lot of people say that.
That Menace to Society soundtrack.
Yeah.
Friday.
You remember he had two now. They had 2 on that first soundtrack. That first one had 2 soundtracks.
Which one?
That first Friday had 2 soundtracks.
You mean the Friday?
Yeah, the first one.
It had the hip hop soundtrack in the old school.
With Born Killers on it and Be Real from Cypress Hill on it.
Okay.
Mac 10 on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's 3.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go with Ice Cube Predator.
Be a savage.
Listen to the Preacher Man. But are you talking to me? I can't hit you with a mouthful of pig's feet. Come on. Then I'm gonna say that Tupac Thug Life project when he had everybody.
Okay.
Thug Life project. Because that right there, I was in the middle of the storm then. And that got a lot of us through. How long were the Mormons and all that? We come from the area. They think the killing and shit just started, but it just wasn't as much social media. We've been losing people.
Right.
How long the Mormons and all that got us by? You know what I mean? If I died tonight, all that.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying?
You with that dirty boy.
Come on.
What's your 5? Carolina? What's your 5
songs or whatever?
Your soundtracks. Albums that meant the most to you.
It definitely be that. Like I said, that Friday had 2 of them. So I'll take the soul version of that.
Oh yeah.
You already know I'm gonna say them boys, them transition boys out of Massachusetts, New York. They're out of New York, but they fuck with Michael Bivins.
Okay.
T.I. first album.
Ooh, that I'm serious.
I'm serious. T.I. first album.
That's a real slept on. They slept on that.
They slept on that one. T.I. first album. I just love Machiavelli just because the emotion and the rage that was in that album.
True.
It was sense, it was fun, but it was rage, it was emotion. It was full of emotions.
Every song.
Every song was full of emotions. I would say, just because on my head, PT first album.
Okay.
PT first album. Because I played that shit hard.
You mean the Down South We Ready?
We ready on
it.
Yeah, okay.
I
want to say Pastor Troy, Face Off was the harder one in that first one.
A lot of people say Face Off. A lot of people do.
That's when they had the vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my last one, it's kind of like the last A and B. It would be Brown Sugar by D'Angelo or Life Jennings. First Life Jennings album.
Okay.
That Life Jennings album was crazy.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, he came home with something to say.
Something to say, bro.
You
talk to yourself for 3 years because you're going to have something to say.
And you knew something. That album, there was probably not a thought of money in his thought process when making that album.
Oh, no, those was real songs.
That's what I'm saying.
Real deal.
Everybody ain't got no song called Stick Up Kid. Motherfucker ain't talking about smoking a Newport, out the gutter, cuz that ain't shit. That's real life.
Music. That's why I say that's the real music.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, Jay Walker.
T.I. Like I said, I'm serious. He need to do a re-release, like a whole. He need to do a box set and re-release that album so motherfuckers can be like, yeah, I don't know how this shit slipped my mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Southern Playalistic. Just because I'm in an age group where I see the beginning of hip hop. I see Sugar Hill Gang, Fat Boys, Run DMC. Like I'm watching it go up.
Yeah.
So by the time it gets to Outkast, even though I'm from South Carolina, like Miami bass was Miami bass, and it represented the South, but it wasn't necessarily me.
Right.
But Southern Playalistic was like,
that
was just like, this is what we do. We got clean cars. We at the barbecue. We in the pool hall. Like, so Southern Playalistic. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. I gotta go. I gotta give Off the Wall because that is Michael Jackson made everybody want to be an entertainer. Nobody can match what he was doing.
Yeah.
But he's probably the first person that made me want to be like, I want to dance like Mike and moonwalk and goddamn fly in from the ceiling.
You want to go back and do mine over.
Yeah. It's a setup. It's always a setup.
Hey, you sound like your boy.
It's always a setup. The Chronic. The Chronic made me.
The G-Funk changed the game.
It changed the game, and at a time where on this side of the world, you looking at California, LA, West Coast dudes, you looking at them like, I don't want no parts of that shit.
Yeah.
The Chronic kind of scaled it back and at least told you why they was tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely the Chronic.
Yeah. The Chronic classic.
Chronic is a classic, man.
Yeah.
And I would say after that, Scarface. Scarface just
without a doubt.
Diary of a Madman. Scarface, he was like he gave. That's when hip hop had characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got characters in hip hop now. Everybody ain't who they say they are, but every version I got a little piece out of every geographical assignment that hip hop made. You know what I'm saying? My honorable mention for New York would probably be DMX, Dark and Hell
That's
is High.
that's what I was about to say. That's what I was just about to get to. I was just about to get to that. That got to be honorable mention.
DMX was so cold on all his projects that he was a smoker. It made you the dope boy had to listen to the smoker. You feel me?
He was smoking from real pain. You got
He
got
was
smokers
smoking.
that get turned out.
He was smoking, and he told you his life, and you had to go like, damn, that's right. You vibing
Right.
like you was right there inside of him. He painted the picture like being John Malkovich.
Right. He trying to fight his way out. With
Yeah.
every album, he trying to fight his way out, man.
And he got the two. Jay-Z told two stories about DMX that he keeps repeating over time. The first time he saw DMX, he was like, "Nah, DMX come from a house." I think it was the backstage joint. The backstage joint. He was talking about DMX about X living in a house with no door and all this other shit. It was that one, and the one he's talking about now, where he talking about having to perform. Yeah, having to perform after X. He's like, this nigga is running through there. He's sweating his shirt off, and then he hits you with a prayer. Like, he amp you up to hit you with a prayer. And that's the other thing I think music is missing, the emotional roller coaster. You know, back in the day, it didn't matter if it was R&B or hip-hop or rap, whatever. It hit you with it hit you with a roller coaster for the whole album, and you felt that ride. That's why you replay that shit. But now it's like all this music sounds the same, and you feel the same regardless of the track.
Yeah.
Right.
Regardless of the track, you feel the same. But back then, these albums they'll amp you up on certain tracks because some albums have 15 tracks. You might get one with 17, 18, but all those give you a different type of ending.
4 of them gonna be skits. We need to bring skits back, man.
We definitely need to bring skits back. We definitely need to bring
That's
skits
real
back.
though. That's what gave you the balance in it to get you ready part of the album.
Yeah. So
up the project like that, you know, a full project, Water for Thirst, and he got everything. The shit is, you know what I'm saying? Woo.
And the samples, like people like certain rappers sample still, but they not sampling. They not going back to this old school music and getting somebody with a guitar with 4 strings instead of 5.
Yeah.
Or this dude that
got samples cost though.
I know it costs, but but when you think about it, you think about longevity.
Yeah.
These songs right here, they hot for 2-3 months, maybe a year, and then that shit gone.
Yeah.
You got to blame that on the algorithm.
Well, but think about I Got 5 on the beat.
Right.
Think about that beat. You know, you can put any rap on it right now, and that beat go hard.
Well, that's my beef with a lot of, and you can tell us how you feel about that, Monster. I mean, good, bad, or indifferent. Like, I get a lot of flack because I don't give Meg and City Girls, like, if you remixing songs that was already platinum classics, like, the beat already did the work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm never mad at nobody getting their bag, but it's like I got a 20-question test. You tell me I got a 20-question test, and then you hand me the paper, and I only got 5 questions to answer. The other 15 right already.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just like that's tough for me. Like, back in the day when we came up through the rankings or as hip hop grew, nobody sounded like nobody else.
Yeah.
And now it seems like these days, I don't know if people are. I think it's a different kind of emotion. These young dudes are sad. That's the one thing I get out of a lot of the new music. Like, it's some dudes out there that's snapping. Like Corday, he a young dude that's snapping.
Yeah.
Roddy Ricch. I like Roddy Ricch, you know, him doing his thing.
Yeah.
The XX, I can't even say but a name.
The
like, some of them songs is over my head. Because I can't relate to that feeling. But what do you feel like is the best thing about today's music? and what do you want to see from the old school be implemented back into like new school music?
I truthfully like. I don't even listen to a lot of the shit because again, with me, music is emotion. You have to like, you know what I'm saying? Music is what's gonna determine your day, is what's gonna make you, you know what I'm saying, feel a certain way through the day. You know what I mean? Or through the night or through whatever you're feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And with a lot of this music now, I think it's drug induced.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't relate to it because I'm not on the drugs that they was on to make them feel that way.
Maybe that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
almost exactly what I was trying to say.
Well, they say that's Wayne's fault. They said Wayne used to get out there freestyling and it was on that shit. And now every rapper think they can freestyle and be on that shit.
That's what I was saying earlier about when you are impressionable on the kids. If you out here doing this silly shit, then the kids gonna listen because they looking to whoever is, you know what I'm saying, the public figure at that time. They looking to them for the guidance and everything. Because they want to be just like them because they want the money, the fame, and all that. Because that's all you know as a child. You want more.
Right.
Than what you got. So when they come out doing that shit, then the kids gonna think that that's what it's gonna take for them to do it. And that's how we got all these drug-induced artists now. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying, drug-induced and on all kind of recreational drugs. You know what I mean?
So,
I mean, each his own though. I just ain't never been to one. That shit don't decide me.
So do you have a rule in the studio? Like some people be in the studio be like, nah, you can't smoke, you gotta smoke outside, or nah, you can't drink, or nah, you're gonna have 1 or 2 partners in here at a time, like to stay focused. Do you have a rule?
Nah, look.
Said low breed is different, ain't it? Low breed is a different breed.
They want to drink, they gonna drink, but you know, everybody govern themselves.
Yeah. Cover yourself a court.
Yeah. Well, they want to burn, they're gonna burn, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna do what they do to be creative. It's like, you know what I mean? I can't say none of us, you know what I'm saying, have no addictions and no crazy ass problems like that. But again,
right, we're
that's
getting in the way.
Who we are. You feel me?
David Ruffin, Eddie Kane.
Yeah, we got no Eddie Kane.
Hey, well, let me ask you on the way out. Let me ask you about the whole I'm ready to great shit. How you feel that what she did to the state of Georgia? Because us growing up, Georgia was Georgia. Pastor Troy said DSGB. So if you under the South Carolina state line, you are considered Georgia. I don't care what part of Georgia you in.
So,
and for her to break up the city of Atlanta and say you this or you not, and she wasn't really, she just acknowledging who is or who ain't. But you know, people ignorant and they trying to break that shit up and destroy what the city is.
I mean, there's always been the plan, division. You know what I'm saying? To divide. We're stronger in numbers, we're stronger together as a collective. So, you know, when you create division, you just make, you know what I'm saying, they go a door for whoever to infiltrate right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's sad, it's messed up, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the people who in the areas that's being called not Atlanta, those are the people who really
represent Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones who really yelling Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, music is music. I mean, hell, I ain't from Atlanta, but I've been here so long. Nobody can't tell me I ain't Atlanta. And I've never stayed in Fulton County. I've always been on the outskirts of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
Somewhere else, it's Atlanta. Yeah. So I don't know the big deal about that kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? We hollering about shit that we don't even own anyway.
And that was kind of my thing. Like us growing up early 2000, mid 2000, the whole BMF era, you got to think, you would see a video with Attic Crew, Dungeon Family, Pastor, like all these different people, but they're from Georgia would be in one video. And granted, Atlanta, Georgia been on the map strong as solo for the last several years. So I guess they figured they can break it up. But in y'all best time, it was when you can take Big Boy and put him on the track with T.I. Or you can pick Pastor Troy been on everybody's shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Why he don't get no credit, I don't know. Why he ain't on nobody's shit now, I don't know. But I just think the unity in Georgia was something that made New York step back. It made the West Coast step back. It made the Midwest step back. Everybody stepped back because when we used to see videos back in the day, if you was from Georgia, you was in the video.
Right.
Well,
Or
Drake
on the
say
track.
the South got something to say.
The South got something to say.
In terms of what Amaretta did, I think for her,
Oh yeah, it got stupid.
it's awesome. It was a brilliant motherfucking way to hit the scene. You're gonna cause controversy when you hit the scene. But
the grand scheme, it was a bad chess move.
That's what I was thinking.
Part.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, because
I just feel like, you know, it's something that she could have saved. Like, that's a conversation, though, that people from Atlanta got to have, because on the outside looking in, it's sad because you created something that the outside world didn't even have an argument for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you from Cali and you come and you land at Hartfield, you in Atlanta, player. You know what I'm saying? If you from Chicago and you go to Freaknik, you in Atlanta, player. Like, all of that is the legend of what Atlanta is. So whether it's College Park or Decatur, or, you know what I'm saying?
That should have been internal.
We got to stop thinking just neighborhoods and cities, and states.
Yes.
Because Atlanta is a little bitty city in Georgia. That's a little bitty state. You know what I'm saying? In the United States. That's a little bitty country on Earth. That's a little bitty planet in the solar system. That's a little bitty solar system in this big ass galaxy. That's a little bitty galaxy in this big ass universe.
Yeah, come and walk with me.
And we talking about Atlanta. You know, people on the other side of the world don't know where the fuck Atlanta is and don't care nothing about it.
Right.
And if all of us are together cohesively, we create a wave. But if we talking about just you and your couple of people right here in this little area that you claiming, then what is that in this big old scheme of thing that we supposed to be trying to move like that?
But it's gonna cause these young dudes to divide themselves when they could be networking. Nah, you from zone 3, zone 6. You ain't from Atlanta.
See, that's my point right there. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's strength in numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We in the last call, man. Look, it's been a super dope conversation, and I felt like that was a good place to kind of put ticket in it. Like, ultimately, what we want our show to be about is to kill all those old school stigmas and all the shit that people say about us not being able to work together, because, like, that shit is by design, and it was by design for people that don't play for us, that made us distrust each other.
True.
And we got to stop feeding into that shit.
Big old fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what the platform is for. This is the last call. Monsta, tell the people, shout out your crews, do your socials, whatever you got coming up. Let everybody know what's going on with Low Breed.
Everything, lowbreed.com. You go on lowbreed.com, you find all the artists, you find everything that you need as far as with anything. If you want a career or inside this industry as an artist, we offer everything, you know what I'm saying? If not anything, we at least we offer information. You know what I'm saying? And you can find me, just Monsta Luther King, at everything. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We got a lot of stuff coming up, so just keep up with us on the social media and stay in tune and stay tuned.
I know that shit, right? Carolina, what you gonna tell the people?
Networking. And when you network, and I'll compare this to music, be real about who you are. Every episode we done put on here, we've been real.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to Mark, and he told me about Monsta. I reached out to Mark again. He told me about Monsta. Yeah. And I told Monsta we got to have him on the show. Now we've been picking up steam, but I hit him up and he came. He was like, "Hey, I'm down today." It was just that easy. I truly do appreciate Monsta. He might actually make me pick up a book. But we We definitely got to have him back. Wouldn't mind having him and Mark back at the same time so we can crush their brains on this music shit. I see what y'all doing. You know, I repost y'all shit. I don't repost 100%, but you know, I repost y'all shit.
True indeed.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, support. I support the focus of what y'all doing more so than the music, if that makes sense. You're
Yeah.
trying to build something, create something.
True.
And that's just as important as the music that you're doing, because that's what people are watching. People
Right.
are watching y'all to get their shit straight.
True.
And what you building, I can see the footprints in the sand.
Appreciate it.
So I hope other people, you know, we got Best in Solar System, and they in Columbia. They trying to do the same thing. I see the footprints in the stand. You know, the DJs that we politic with in South Carolina. Hey, I see the footprints in the sand. My man's Bo Norris. I see the footprints in the sand. Bottom of the bottle, we ain't taking no sides. We pushing support.
True.
Support. We not trying to find no angle. We ain't trying to put nobody against each other. We find support. If you know me, I support everybody. If you got something, I support you. So with that being said, if you don't support me, we cool. I'm just being who I am, and that's what we put on this show.
Indeed.
Without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a dope platform, man. Y'all some dope individuals, man, and then y'all down to earth. Ain't no sugarcoating on that shit, no. Man. I fuck with it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'd rather my liquor without a label.
We be on that bootleg and on that creek water. Some people call it moonshine. Hey man, look.
I'd rather my liquor without a label.
I can dig it.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna just repeat what I said, man. You gotta make a choice. It take extra energy to hate on a motherfucker, cuz. Now when you could just let him be, that should take extra energy. Stop spending your energy following up, a bunch of bullshit. If you got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Stay out of people's way. You
True.
never know how that can benefit you. But then also open your ears. We not all just, pods moving around. Monsta got information. Carolina got information. Jay Walken got information. And that's the order of the day. It's not like it was. You don't have to fold back the pages of a book no more. And you don't have to know those words no more. You can put your AirPods in and be responsible with the shit that you put in your brain. And that will be the information that you need. So just on the way out, man, I applaud Low Breed. I see the work. I see the quality. I appreciate y'all time and just the business aspect of it, not just being a music label, but a conglomerate, a business with small businesses inside it. That's how you show up your money. That's what we call diversified. We out of here, man. Look, I want y'all to like, share, subscribe, tell people about Low Breed, tell people about Bob on the Bottle. And we appreciate y'all, man. It's all love. And until the next time, we gone. Whoa.